What if all your effort, all your struggle, has been a prayer for more struggle? You have been taught that reality is something you must chase, fight for, and capture. But that is the great deception. There is a law hidden in plain sight, a secret whispered not in ancient texts, but in the silence of your own heart. You are not here to get anything. You are here to select everything. In the next few minutes, you will discover that the power you've been using to struggle is the very same power that creates worlds. By the end of this journey, you will understand the divine paradox, that the moment you stop trying to get it is the moment you finally have it. You've been fighting, haven't you? Pushing, struggling, trying to force the world outside to bend to your will. You believe your effort is the price of admission for your desires. But listen closely. That very effort is the chains that bind you. Every ounce of trying is a declaration to the universe that you do not have. It's an affirmation of lack, a prayer of emptiness that is always answered with more emptiness. Your struggle is a loyal servant, bringing you more reasons to struggle. You are in a state of trying, so you receive the experience of trying. That is the law. You are not meant to be a fighter in this world. You are its creator. The operant power isn't in your hands. It's in your consciousness. I am. That is the only force you'll ever need, but you've been using it to declare yourself a seeker, and so you remain a seeker. But that's only the surface. Here is the secret they never told you. Everything you could ever want, every desire your heart could ever conjure already exists. It is finished. It's not something you must build, but a reality you must select. Imagine a grand mansion with infinite rooms, and in each room is a perfected version of your reality. Health, wealth, love. They are all fully formed, waiting not for your work, but for your presence. This isn't poetry. It is the fundamental nature of existence. This invisible realm is the substance of all life, and your imagination is the doorway. You've been standing outside begging for an invitation when you hold the key. You are the owner of the entire mansion. Stop knocking. Stop asking for permission. The only thing required of you is to choose the room you wish to occupy and enter it through feeling. Now go deeper. How do you enter? Not with your feet, but with your soul. Through assumption, you must assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. This is the great key. Don't think of your desire. Think from it. Feel what it would be like, right now, to be the person you want to be. What is the inner sensation? What is the feeling of relief, of joy, of gratitude? Dwell in that feeling. Let it saturate your consciousness until it becomes your natural state. Don't ask how it will happen. Don't look for signs. Your only work is to occupy this inner state. Feeling is the secret. It is the language of the soul, the vibration that selects your room in the infinite mansion. You already are the person you desire to be. You just have to consent to it. Feel it. Assume it now. Here's what changes everything. The world doesn't respond to your wants. It responds to your being. Wanting is a state of perpetual distance. It's a canyon you create between you and your desire. To be is to collapse that distance. When you assume the state of having, you are no longer petitioning a distant God. You are commanding your own I amness. You are the operant power. Action that comes from trying is forced, anxious, and born of doubt. It creates friction and resistance, but action that comes from being is effortless. It is inspired. It is the natural unfolding of your assumption. When you truly feel you already have it, you will be moved to do the things that are in perfect harmony with that reality. You won't have to guess. You will simply know. Your world is a flawless mirror, reflecting back to you the truth of your own consciousness. It has no opinion, no judgment. It simply shows you who you are assuming yourself to be. If you assume lack, it will reflect a world of lack. If you assume fulfillment, it has no choice but to reflect a world of fulfillment. Do not try to change the mirror. It's a fool's errand. The change must happen within. Persist in your new assumption. Walk, speak, and feel as the person who already has it all. In the face of contradictory evidence, hold to your inner vision. Your persistent assumption is a prophetic declaration that the world must and will obey. You are not trying to get it. You are simply allowing what is already yours to appear. You are remembering who you already are. You believe you live in a world of solid facts, don't you? A world of unchangeable circumstances, of people and places that exist independently of you. But that is the grand illusion. There is no out there separate from you. You are not a tiny figure moving through a vast pre-existing landscape. You are the landscape itself. Your consciousness is the one and only reality. The room you are in right now is not made of wood or stone. It is made of consciousness. The sounds you hear are vibrations within your own awareness. Everything and everyone you perceive is a projection, a shadow cast by the light of your own I am. You are not living in the world. The world is living in you. When this truth dawns on you, not as a concept but as a felt experience, the walls of your prison dissolve. You stop being a victim of circumstance and realize you are the sole creator of it. Now go deeper. Think of your consciousness as a formless substance, the divine clay from which all things are made. Your imagination is the hand that shapes this clay. When you feel poor, you are shaping your consciousness into the form of poverty, and your world dutifully hardens to reflect that shape. When you feel loved, you are molding your awareness into the form of love, and your relationships must conform to that new mold. There is nothing that exists outside of your consciousness of it. It is the beginning and the end, the alpha and the omega. The chair you feel beneath you only exists because you are conscious of sitting. Your past only exists because you keep it alive in your awareness. This is the ultimate power. You can reshape your entire universe by simply reshaping the state of your own consciousness. Here's what changes everything. You cannot change the world by fighting its shadows. You must change the self that is casting them. This is done by shifting your state. A state is an attitude of mind, a collection of beliefs and feelings that you live from. You are always in a state. Right now, you are in a state. Is it the state of the wish fulfilled, or the state of longing for it? To change your experience, you must radically and deliberately change your state. You do this by selecting the state you desire to occupy and entering it through your imagination. Feel yourself into the reality of your wish fulfilled. What would it feel like if it were true? Feel that. That feeling is the creative act. It is the selection of a new reality. You are not changing circumstances. You are changing yourself, and the circumstances must follow. This power has a name. It is God, but this God is not in the sky. This God is your own wonderful human imagination, your own I am. I am is the creative power. Whatever you attach to I am becomes your experience. For centuries you have been saying I am weak, I am unlucky, I am not enough. And your world, your faithful servant, has shown you exactly that. Now you must reclaim your throne. Dare to assume I am the one they chose. Dare to feel I am wealthy. Dare to walk in the knowing that I am healthy. These are not empty words. They are divine commands. When you declare with feeling who you are impressing that reality upon the formless substance of consciousness. You are speaking the word, and that word will not return to you void. So look around you. This world in all its detail is your own consciousness pushed out. It is the scripture of your inner self, written in the language of experience. Do not condemn it. Do not praise it. Simply understand it as a reflection of your past assumptions. It is a memory, but you are not your memory. You are the eternal now, the creative power that can select a new reality in this very moment. By changing your state of consciousness, you are choosing a new future that is already a present fact in the world of imagination. Persist in this new state. Live from it. Fall asleep in it. And watch as the world outside rearranges itself, sometimes in ways you cannot comprehend, to mirror the change you have made within. The inner world weaves the fabric of the outer. There is no other cause. For your entire life, you've been taught a lie. You've been told that action is the cause, that your sweat and toil are what create your future. So you plan, you strategize, and you exhaust yourself pushing a boulder up a hill that never ends. This is action from the state of trying. It is born from the assumption of lack. It is a frantic energy that screams, "It isn't here yet, so I must force it into existence." But this kind of action is friction. It is resistance. It is you in your panic, interfering with the natural unfolding of your own desire. You are working against the very power you are trying to use. The universe does not reward struggle. It only mirrors the state from which you struggle. As long as your action stems from a feeling of not having, you will only create more elaborate scenarios of not having. You are running on a treadmill, creating motion but going nowhere. But that's only one kind of action. Now listen, there is another way. An action that is not a cause but a consequence. This is action from the state of being. It is the movement that flows effortlessly from a consciousness that is already permeated with the feeling of the wish fulfilled. It does not feel like work. It feels like breathing. It is the spontaneous impulse, the coincidental phone call, the sudden urge to go to a place you've never been. This inspired action is not something you do. It is something that happens through you. When you have successfully occupied the state of your desire, you become a magnet, and the world rearranges itself around you. Your actions become the natural, automatic steps along a path that has already been laid for you. It's the difference between swimming against a raging current and being carried by it to your exact destination. Here's what changes everything. When you truly assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, a series of events will begin to unfold. Neville called this the bridge of incidents. It is the sequence of seemingly natural events that leads you from your current reality to the physical manifestation of your assumption. The actions you take along this bridge will feel completely normal. You will not think, oh, this is the action that will bring me my desire. You will simply be living. You will make a call, write an email, have a conversation, and it will feel like the most logical thing to do in that moment. You will not force it. You will be compelled from within, guided by an unseen hand that is, in truth, the hand of your own deeper self, your own I am, arranging the world to match your inner conviction. Now go deeper. How can you tell the difference? By the feeling. The feeling is always the key. Action born from trying is heavy with anxiety. It constantly asks for validation. Is this working? Should I do more? Am I on the right path? It is rooted in doubt, but action born from being is light, calm, and certain. It carries with it a quiet confidence. There is no need to question it because it feels like the only natural thing to do. It feels inevitable. It's the difference between a musician struggling to remember the notes and one who is so lost in the music that their fingers move on their own. One is an act of effort. The other is an act of expression. Your work is not to find the right actions, but to achieve the right state. From that state, the right actions will find you. So let go. Release the desperate need to make it happen. Your only responsibility is to maintain the inner state of the wish fulfilled. Occupy that reality in your imagination until it feels more real than the world you see with your eyes. Trust that the operant power within you is intelligent. It knows the means and the pathways. When you persist in your assumption, you are setting a destination. The power within you will then steer the ship and inspire every necessary action. You don't have to see the whole bridge. You only have to remain faithful to the feeling of being on the other side. Do this, and your physical movements will become a graceful dance of fulfillment, not a frantic battle of lack. You will act not to get, but because you have. And the world will have no choice but to agree. As your day ends, your real work begins. You think of sleep as a state of rest, of unconsciousness, but it is the very opposite. Sleep is the sacred doorway through which you speak directly to the creative power within. Your conscious mind, the doubter and the worrier, is put to rest, allowing your assumptions to sink deep into the subconscious, which is the womb of creation. What you carry into sleep is the seed you will plant in the fertile soil of your deeper mind. For hours you will marinate in that state, and it will mold the circumstances of your waking world. Do not take this moment lightly. Do not carry the anxieties of the day into this holy chamber. Tonight you will not be a victim of your memories. You will be the architect of your future. The moments before you drift into slumber are the most powerful creative moments you have. Here is the technique, and it is simple. It is not about force, but about feeling. As you lie in bed, still your body. Let it become heavy and immobile. Then, in this state of physical stillness, bring to mind your desire. But do not see it as something distant. You must feel that it is already a present, accomplished fact. If you desire wealth, don't visualize money coming to you. Feel yourself being wealthy right now. What is the feeling of security, of freedom? If you desire healing, don't pray for health. Assume the feeling of being healthy. Feel the vibrancy in your body. If you desire love, feel the comfort of your beloved next to you. Feel the ring on your finger. You must construct a scene in your imagination, which implies your wish is already fulfilled. And then you must enter that scene and feel its reality until it awakens a sensation of satisfaction within you. Now go deeper. This is the critical point where most fail. You must feel it in the present tense. The subconscious mind does not understand past or future. It only understands now. If you feel the excitement of it's going to happen, you will only perpetuate the state of waiting for it to happen. You must feel it is happening. Or even better, it has happened. The feeling is one of relief, of gratitude, of completion. You are not a seeker asking for a gift. You are the heir claiming your inheritance. The state of I am is always now. So you must dare to assume, I am that which I desire to be, and feel the reality of that statement until it becomes the dominant sensation in your body. It is the difference between looking at a picture of a feast and actually tasting the food. You must taste it. Persistence is the key to this practice. This is not a magic trick to be performed once. It is a vow you make to your new self. Every night, without fail, you must return to your scene and reenact the feeling of fulfillment. The world of your senses will scream at you that it isn't true. Your doubts will rise like ghosts from the past. Your job is to ignore them. Your loyalty is to the unseen reality within. Each night that you fall asleep in the assumption of your wish fulfilled, you are impressing that truth deeper and deeper upon your subconscious mind. You are overriding the old story of lack with the new story of abundance. You are impregnating consciousness with your desire. And what consciousness is successfully impregnated with, it must by its very nature bring forth into the world. And once the feeling is achieved, once you have caught the mood of the wish fulfilled, you let go. You fall asleep in that feeling. This is the Sabbath. It is a state of rest, not from exhaustion, but from the knowledge that it is done. You have successfully planted the seed. You do not need to dig it up every morning to see if it's growing. You go about your day with a quiet, confident knowing. This inner peace is the sign that your assumption has taken root. You have done the only work that is necessary. Now, the creative power within you will orchestrate the events, the actions, and the coincidences to bring it forth into your world. You have commanded your reality from the throne of your imagination, just before sleep. Now you simply allow it to appear. It is law, it is finished. You have been taught to see the world as a series of random, often hostile events. A closed door is a rejection. A delay is a failure. An unexpected turn is a catastrophe. But this is the perspective of a sleeping mind. I am here to tell you of a law so profound it will shatter that illusion forever. It is this: everything is always working out for you. Everything. The event you curse today is the very stepping stone you will bless tomorrow. The redirection that feels like a loss is the universe intelligently guiding you away from a path not meant for you, toward one of greater fulfillment. There are no accidents. There is only a divine, intelligent plan unfolding, and at its center is your highest good. Your consciousness is that intelligence. It is not punishing you. It is protecting you and promoting you, always. This is not a passive hope. It is an active assumption. You must claim it. When faced with apparent chaos, you must have the audacity to declare, "This too is for my benefit." You are the operant power in your world, which means you get to assign meaning to the events of your life. Assign them the meaning of success. Assume that every twist and turn is part of an infallible logic leading you to your goal. By assuming this, you command it to be so. You are taking the raw, neutral data of experience and stamping it with the seal of your own divinity. A person who lives by this law cannot fail. They can only have their desires fulfilled, often in ways more magnificent than their conscious mind could have ever conceived. Trust the plan that you yourself have set in motion from a deeper level of your being. Your world is a mirror. We have established this. But it mirrors more than just your specific desires. It mirrors your fundamental assumptions about life itself. If you walk around assuming life is hard and you must fight for every scrap, the mirror will faithfully reflect a battlefield. But if you dare to assume the grandest truth, that life is for you, that the universe conspires in your favor, then the mirror must reflect a friendly, benevolent world. This is the master assumption. It is the state from which all other states of success are born. To feel that everything is always working out is to live in a state of grace. It aligns you with the rhythm of fulfillment. You stop resisting life and start dancing with it, knowing that every step, even the missteps, are part of a perfect choreography. Now let's speak of delay. Your human mind, with its limited view, is impatient. It wants everything now. But the I Am, your divine self, sees the entire timeline. It knows that what you call a delay is a necessary part of the journey. Perhaps you need to grow into the person who can sustain the desire. Perhaps the world needs time to rearrange itself to make room for your miracle. The seed does not become a tree overnight. There is a sacred interval of unseen growth. Your job is not to question the timing. Your job is to remain faithful to the assumption, to water the seed with your feeling of gratitude and knowing. Trust in the unseen process. Every moment of waiting is a moment of becoming, a moment where the foundation of your manifestation is being solidified. The timing will be perfect. It always is. Live from this conviction. Walk through your world with the unshakable knowing that you are safe, you are guided, and your success is inevitable. This is the ultimate state of being. It is the end of fear. It is the end of striving. When you embody this law, you are no longer trying to manifest. You are simply living, and your life becomes a continuous stream of manifestations. The bridge of incidents unfolds before you not as a challenge, but as a thrilling adventure. You watch the story of your fulfilled desire play out, knowing you are its author. This is freedom. This is power. This is the truth of who you are. You are not a creature of circumstance. You are the consciousness in which all circumstances are conceived and born. And for you, everything is always working out. The chase is over. Your arrival is now. You are no longer the person who started this video. You are the consciousness that has remembered its power. So I ask you, who are you now? Declare it. Let me know in the comments below what new state you are embodying today. If this awakened the creator within you, subscribe and turn on notifications, because your journey of remembrance has just begun. And don't stop here. The feeling you have right now is the key to the next reality. Click the video on your screen and let's go deeper.